Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
Yo, Pops Van Zandt here. The Madness Comic Network is evolving into the Madness Roku Network. We're taking our stuff to Roku. We're joining great channels like the American Horrors Channel. We're taking our stuff over there, guys. We love it over there. You're going to love what we bring you. We got some great shows, all kinds of different stuff. Come join the madness, yo. Madness Roku Network right here. Peace.
This is my place, okay? I have in here who in the fuck I want.
Honeycomb's big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not small. No, no, no.
Kiss my entire...
Oh, my darling, not 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
Your coffee, sir.
Thanks, beautiful.
You're welcome.
This is a man's world.
The doctor is in, baby. This is a man's world, but today's guest is not one of us. She's one of the others. Number one sign I did not win the lottery last night is that I'm here doing this show with you today. Going to check in with the chat real quick here. We got Max hanging out with us. Good to see you, Max. And Fanta, my love. Great to see you. And the lurkers that are out there, we can hear you breathing. We know you're there. Let me bring out my co-host now, the man without whom I could not possibly hope to do this show.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Gordon Shumway, nice to meet you. Interested in a new Buick?
Nonsense. I've not yet begun to defile myself.
I'll make you famous.
I have not yet begun to defile myself.
What's up, Mr. Tanner?
What's going on, my friend?
The creator of Double Helix, Wren, and Electric.
Yes.
Mr. Tanner Hurley, Apothic Studios. Good to see you, buddy.
It's good to see you.
I didn't win the lottery. Damn it, Tanner. Listen.
Sorry, I didn't even play this time.
Somebody's got to win the damn thing. Why can't it be me?
Right?
Said every person that's ever bought a ticket ever. Somebody's got to win it.
Someone's got to win. Well, I don't think anyone's won it, so it might go up again.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing, Tanner. What would be the number one sign today if you had won the lottery yesterday?
Oh, I'd still be on the channel, but you'd see me like throwing money, like Rick James. I'm rich, bitch.
Not gonna lie, I wouldn't be here. Tanner, I need you to do the show. But trust me, you'll be glad you did.
Yeah.
I'll be living right across the river from you, and I would
heck yeah.
Some funding.
You'd only be like a few hours away. That'd be nice. Not even that.
She's right across the river, man. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. You said Hilton Head. Good God, that's like an hour and a half away.
No, not from Savannah. It's 45 minutes.
Oh, I'm south of Savannah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, chat, you guys tell us too. What would be that sign that you won the lottery last night? We would know. Where is Fanta? Where is Max? Where is Q? and can Q play the lottery?
Good question.
So we're gonna do our normal sack of foolishness here on the show. But hello, Glenn Fleming. Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, Glenn, how are you?
Good friend to the show. Great creator. I am a fan of that guy. We're going to bring our guest out early so she can participate in the hijinks with us. So without further ado,
everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning.
You gonna do something or just stand there and bleed?
Two guns, one for each of you.
You're an idiot.
I am also here for the sack of foolishness today.
welcome, Laurie Calcaterra.
Hello, Doc, Tanner. Hello,
Laurie. Lovely to see you.
I'm here today.
Laurie is not just the creator and writer of Path of the Pale Rider. She's the host of our sister's show, The Morning Brew, Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern here on the network.
Glenn!
We are always glad to have her here with us.
Thank you. We always have a good time.
Always.
Every time.
We have a hoot over here, Laurie. A hoot.
We do. And I'm always watching for the meme review. That's my favorite.
Gotta love meme review.
Meme review and Tanner's History of Comics. Those are the two best things in the sack of foolishness today.
It's always fun stuff. And the opening rant is usually me ranting about something. But today all I'm ranting about is, geez, man, somebody's got to win it.
There was what did they say? Like 3 or 4 people that got 5 correct, but not the Powerball. So they didn't win everything. And for me, I wouldn't tell a soul. I would keep on keeping on. No one would know I won a dime.
The ticket I bought said when the numbers came up that I, in fact, owed them another $10.
They're like, please cash in your ticket to
you son of a bitch.
Damn it.
$10. How do these things happen?
The biggest clue for me I would start producing comic books like Carissa Grant. Like I
That's what I'm saying, right? That Carissa Grant money.
Won the lotto, I can produce comics as fast as Carissa.
That's a true story. Let me see here. Glenn says, I'm going to troll you now. That's not trolling. You feel free to drop your link.
Yeah.
Is now funding over on Fund My Comic, as is Electric, agent of Helix, over on Fund My Comic by Tanner Hurley. Fund My Comic is the place to go to check those things out. And of course, our friend Laurie has a campaign over on the Kickstarter. We're going to be reviewing that here shortly and bringing you up to speed on all things Path of the Pale Rider.
We're doing some shenanigans as usual. Hey, good morning. Hades is here.
Bonjour.
Shenanigans abound because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when you walk the line on such a dark topic, you got to have some comedy relief, right?
Hey, Doc, what's that restaurant? It has all the crazy stuff on the walls.
Hey?
Oh, you mean shenanigans?
Oh,
Oh.
Is it Office Space?
No.
What's the name of that?
You have my stapler.
Super Troopers? Oh,
You,
Lord, that movie. Who wants a mustache ride?
You guys coming out of left field with references today.
It is such a crazy movie. I actually, quick story. When I was moving from California back to Michigan, I was leaving my job as a bank teller, and I played the meow game on a customer like on my last day. Because what are they gonna do? Fire me, right?
Exactly.
So I played the meow game, and like the whole teller line was like, "All right, and like goading me. I'm like, do it. So I did, and the guy, same thing. He was smiling the whole time. Like, did she just do what I think she did? And I kept a straight face until he left, and then we all just cracked up.
Short timer syndrome. Short timer syndrome.
All right,
It
yeah.
happens. Yeah.
Have a good day, meow.
Right now.
So
Is
listen,
that all
meow.
for you today? All right, thanks, meow.
Oh my gosh. So I actually don't have anything to rant about this week because at some point the world becomes so absurd that all you can do is just go, whatever, man.
It's Wednesday.
It's exactly. It's just Wednesday.
Welcome to America.
But not just America. Up in Canada, we have the Parliament giving a standing ovation to an actual Nazi.
Ooh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, the Parliament in Canada, for those of you that haven't seen it, they had what's his name, Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, there, and the speaker of their parliament highlighted that sitting in the audience was this gentleman who fought against the Russians, translation, our allies, the Soviets, as part of the Waffen SS during World War II, and they gave him a standing ovation. And now they're trying to memory hole that real quick. Can we just delete that like it never happened? And the conservative side of their parliament is going, no, you're not getting rid of that. We want that to stay on the record forever that you did that. So, there is just no end to the insanity.
Hi, Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
You don't have to particularly like either side of the conflict over in Ukraine to know that perhaps it's not a good idea to give a Nazi a standing ovation. And now, of course, Poland said, hey, thanks for bringing him out of the woodwork. We want to extradite him for trial.
Just keep him there for like another day. We'll be right
Another
there.
day. We'll be right there.
With my shopping bag and my shotgun. Be right there.
So we're gonna bring out another guest here. He's normally the producer on the show, but I want to kind of bring out our buddy here.
Won't you get in trouble if the boss shows up?
Oh, no, it's the boss here? Hey, wait, I'm the boss.
And then you didn't bring him out.
Way to go.
I did. StreamYard's lag is always an operation. Welcome, Pops. Okay, thanks for coming, Pops. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay.
You have no sound.
You're not muted, so we know.
I don't know.
It's all in the presentation. Okay, you got to give it that. Well, bye.
I don't even know what you're saying right now. So on that note, we're just going to go right into
Tombstone, bro. When the funeral procession goes by, and dude goes, well, bye. Mm-hmm. That's how you say goodbye to somebody.
Yes, actually, when they're leaving town. Yeah. I want you to know it's over.
Hello. Yes.
Well, bye. Yep. All right. So on that note, it's time for a little thing we like to call. So it's all about messaging, boys and girls. You know, what is your advertising saying about your product?
Yes.
You know, yeah, I get this is in a junkyard and you sell used body parts, but it's on the side of a hearse.
That's so.
Jesus.
That's great.
Messaging is the theme today. So Saturn, my other ride is Uranus.
No,
that's
thank
crass. It's totally unacceptable. I can't believe someone would put that on their car. But listen, I don't know what happened to me. I don't. I was a human being once.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Then there's, some things are just
my favorite is a variation of that. I told you guys backstage.
Yep. My honor student can be my student.
My kid beat up your honor student. I love that one.
Some things are just manifestly true. I'm going to tell you, man, if dude rolled up and bring me my pizza in that.
He has to wear that orange vest, though.
Yes, has to have the orange vest.
I'm absolutely,
what kind of tips?
I'm absolutely tipping the dude heavy, and I'm going to tell him, "Thank you for bringing this. I ordered it tomorrow."
Eh?
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Just a scratch.
Your arms off.
Yeah, no, it's not. Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
What you gonna do? Bleed on me?
You got to have a good sense of humor to do that, though. Even though I think that one's Photoshop, but this one's not. I've actually seen this one on cars.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I used to have one on my hot rod that said, "At 200 mile an hour, you have no friends."
Right on. So this next one is actually on my current vehicle. Honk if parts fall off. It's not intended to be witty. I'm actually asking people. I might need that. I might need it.
Help! I need it. Yes, please.
I'd break for those too.
I would pull over, stop, and buy one. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Anything with bacon,
Yeah.
Oh.
Frequent stops at your mom's house. Oh.
No. Mom.
Mom, what are you doing?
With you?
Mom, the guy at school said bad things about you. Are they true?
No.
So, I don't know why, but here you go. Just.
Is it a Monster ad?
Is it for Monster? Or we trying to say that Wolverine scratched the paint?
Wolverine claws.
Oh.
I did see where a state senator keyed a guy's car up in, I think.
Really?
I saw that too.
Yeah, and the police came and got him.
And wondered why he got arrested too.
Yes. And he kept saying, "I thought that guy was one of those gun nuts." And none of the cops bothered to say to him, "What exactly is a gun nut?" Anyway, what have you done for your country today?
There you go.
I have done nothing for my country today.
I woke up and pissed excellence for my country.
That's talent.
isn't it?
I'm not really sure what to call that, but it's something. Yeah, I got a perfect body, but it's in the trunk and it's beginning to smell. Oh,
It's just,
it was perfect.
listen, we'll show ourselves out. Be sure to tip your Alrighty then. What an excellent start to the show.
There will not be a video.
Excellent.
There will not be a video.
Standing, of course.
The best answer. Not sitting.
I got Doc laughing.
Good one, sir. Holy cow. How do you piss excellent? Standing, of course. Tanner.
Yes.
Tanner, it's time.
Oh, isn't that time?
It is that time.
Greetings and salutations. Today is another great day for comics history. And in this moment, we're going to talk about what happened in 1992 when 7 men left Marvel Comics to form Image Comics and venture off on their own thing. But I know you're asking yourself, haven't you talked about Image Comics before? I have. But today, we're going to go and get a little extreme. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Rob Liefeld's Extreme Studios. Okay, these guys were the underdogs. They were the upstarts. They were, the young kids of the group. It was young kids full of ideas, making cool comics that just jumped out at you. In your face, everything was extreme. The muscles were big. Everything was big. The guns were big. Everything was extreme. Well, you had Team Youngblood. You had stuff like Crypt. You had Prophet. Okay, no one was more extreme than Stephen Platt on his.
Oh my God!
Prophet.
Yeah, we used to call Platt's art pizza with everything on it.
Yeah, pizza with everything on it. Splat as he signed his name. Okay, everything was extreme. The stories were extreme. The art was extreme.
And it drove the trends.
It drove the trends.
If you went over and you looked at X-Men or Avengers, suddenly they're wearing leather jackets and wearing pouches.
Oh God, yeah. You wanna knock Rob Liefeld's pouch, many miles of pouches.
Yeah.
Everyone was doing it.
Yeah, the impact was undeniable. And the excitement that they generated, particularly Liefeld, McFarlane, and Jim Lee, just really can't be overstated. You had to be there. I mean, it was literally like the Beatles coming or Kiss was coming, back in the 70s. It was just that big of a deal in the comics community. So much so that our boy Liefeld ended up on a Levi's commercial. How does that happen? That's not, you just wouldn't see, buy new Maxwell House coffee because Jack Kirby endorses it. No, it had to be these extreme crazy men over at Image doing this. Yes, no, yes.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Shut up, you're talking too much.
No. You're excellent. You're doing fine.
I do
You're being extreme.
I do remember, Tanner, back in the day, I was working in comics as this was happening. And I remember seeing this happen. Of course, Wizard chronicled every step of it along the way, Wizard magazine.
Oh, yeah.
I was a subscriber. I had Wizard. And I was watching all of this happen. And I was like, on the one hand, this is the greatest thing ever. This is a big, muscular, independent break from the mainstream. And then on the other hand, I was looking at some of them going, yeah, this looks like 50 gallons of eye candy with no substance whatsoever. And then you had kind of the balance of that. Valiant Comics is more about story and art, even though both were good at both. And just one leaned more than the other in each of those directions. And we were all talking about it. I mean, there was no Twitter, there was no Facebook, none of that stuff, but we had long distance phone calls. And we would call each other to do work. And hey, while we're at it, man, what do you think about this new Youngblood book? Or
Carrie, I have an answer for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna run through those. Hold on just a moment. Brittany, good to see you. Welcome. Good to have you here.
Nice to see you.
But at any rate, it's one of those things where you kind of had to be there to really get the sense of the energy that this stuff brought. But even if you weren't, you could still get a taste of it by going and buying those back issues. So,
which you can get for a steal.
Yeah, you can. But this has been another exciting episode of I'm pretty sure you triggered Carrie pretty hard.
So she's asking.
I'm going to fire these at you quickly here. Here we go. Tanner, what's the difference between the Piss of Excellence and a regular one? Do you color code them? Tanner, I have questions. The Piss of Excellence longer than a regular one. Do you time your bathroom visits?
Yeah, it's like Austin Powers, man. I mean, coming out of cryo state.
Wait, it gets better.
Do you have targets in the toilet bowl to work out what makes Piss of Excellence? One last question, Tanner. Are you saying women can't have a Piss of Excellence without tinkling on our feet and down our legs?
No, I never once said
Tanner,
that.
I just want to sleep and settle.
You said standing. We don't stand to pee.
You don't. I didn't say that women couldn't piss excellence. I just said I woke up this morning and pissed excellence.
Piss excellence.
Bless you. What?
Bless you.
It's a personal thing. It's something.
I was going to say on Tanner, but I mean,
I don't think I've ever seen Carrie triggered quite that hard before. That girl's brain just lit up.
She had a lot of questions about this.
I think what bothered her is that I said there will be no video, and then her mind just went in every different.
Oh no,
Carrie, I like you. We should be friends.
So I'm gonna share a little something here.
Larry. You can be friends with her.
Oh, look.
Okay.
Infinity.
This is that time that Glenn Fleming needed a pizza yesterday.
Nice.
So he sent me that and said, show it if you want.
Yeah.
It was like, heck yeah, man, go get that pizza yesterday. Fantastic. Good to see you, Stephen
Can
B.
we get it at yesterday's prices?
How are you?
Glenn, where was that picture taken?
That had to be. I'm guessing the 80s.
Jet's
No, I
Pizza.
didn't say when. I said
Ooh, I
Jet's
love
Pizza
Jet's
is
pizza.
delicious, but like if I buy a large pizza for me and a salad and a small pizza for my girls, it's like $80.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, what in the Sam Hill is going on? And then we delete it all and we go somewhere else.
Yeah. You better go buy one of those old frozen pizzas that about that big.
Yeah.
With your own toppings on it.
Yeah,
Probably
you can
good.
actually get just pizza dough just not cooked, and the kids can make the pizza, and then
you can do it with biscuits, biscuit dough.
Yeah, yep.
Carrie, I can dodge like Neo.
Watch this.
1991, San Bernardino, California, during your visit to Jack Kirby. I would
imagine. The reason I asked that is because I had a friend in Phoenix who had a house just looked kind of just like that with the double garage and a rust colored, maroonish whatever paint and a raised yard, and dude had a DeLorean, and it's like it almost could have been dude's house. That's why I asked.
No, I can answer this one. I can answer this one. When it's a piss of excellence, there's no need for a shake. It was perfect as is.
But normally it's twice. Otherwise, you're playing
too much information.
We're not in that business.
Too much information.
Good morning, John Diller. Good to see you. So that brings us to our next segment here. We're going to focus on our guest here, Laurie.
Okay.
Now,
time to shift gears.
Laurie.
Yeah.
Before we do anything, as you pull your campaign up and share it with me, we're going to run your ad here for Path of the Pale Rider. And then what I want to do is we're going to kind of get a synopsis and then where we're at today. So here we go.
What is Path of the Pale Rider anyway? Is it a comic book? No, that's not it. Is it this? What the heck is Path of the Pale Rider, man? There's no way this is right. How about this?
I have no idea.
We can rob a bank. Oh, it's this.
Woo! That music at the end always gets you going.
It does. It does. That's some stoke it up. So, Laurie.
Yes.
We are currently on issue 4 of Path of the Pale Rider. But before we talk about that, bring us up to speed, issues 1, 2, and 3. Give us a synopsis of what's going on in this world.
Gotcha. Well, first of all, for those of you who aren't familiar with Path of the Pale Rider, it's a world where death has been broken. So your body can die, but your solar energy, it doesn't leave your body upon death. So we have zombies and undead, but it's not brain craving. They don't try to eat you. It's me, it's Doc, it's Tanner, it's Pops. You're just yourself in your rotting body. But as your brain decays, you lose memories, you become forgetful. There they are. You get violent, detached. It's kind of like how it follows brain degeneration in real life. So people with dementia, Alzheimer's, how they can drastically change. That's what Path of the Pale Rider is. But again, it's people, animals, insects, nothing dies, right? So issue 1, we are 10 years into that terrible apocalypse, and we're following a cowboy named Jude St. Clair through the wild, and you get to see how everything is dilapidated. This one will remind you a lot of like Rick Grimes in Walking Dead, riding the horse through all the towns that are just destroyed, right? But the danger is different. He makes some bad choices.
But why is he roaming this wilderness, Laurie?
He is looking for something. And when he meets a woman and her child, and that's where you find out his name, the horse's name is Prince, and that he's looking for a town called Santa Claus and a guy named Dwayne Fink, because apparently this guy has answers, and he's looking for him. What caused the dead to no longer die? That's his mission. Okay. Right. He makes some bad choices. He was up all night. He didn't sleep because he was fighting wolves, blah. And he meets this undead bear on the road named Big James. And there's major consequences to what happens. I'm not going to spoil the end of the book. Consequences. But it's a bad day for Jude St. Clair, and he's lucky he makes it out of there in one piece. So that's book Book 2, Jude St. Clair is in the town of Santa Claus and he finds Dwayne Fink. However, it's the local drunk. It's like
because of course it is.
Because of course it is, right?
I want to do the voice for Dwayne.
That would be hilarious. So yeah, he's sitting at the bar and like the bartender's like, "Oh, Big James gotcha. You know, you got a powerful reason to be here because no one comes up that road anymore because of that bear. So people go down, they just don't come back. What are you doing here?" And Jude's like, "Well, I'm looking for a guy named Dwayne Fink. He has, really important. He's super important. He has information. I've been searching for him for years, right?" And the bartender's like, "Oh, you're in luck. He's right over there." And it's like some drunk guys just spewing like crazy things, saying like, "The man of gold sits on a throne of lies, and he knows where death is, and we're filling the world with the undead. Well, he eats and he drinks and he parties." Like he just says crazy stuff. He gets on the table, spilling his drink on everybody, and then falls down, right? And the bartender is just like, this guy's your important guy. He's like, "Yeah, I guess."
He's Russell Cates from Independence Day.
That's it. Yeah. And someone else said that last night too. Yeah. Dennis Quaid from Independence Day. It's the drunk guy that knows something that no one believes. Right. Right. So the people that live in Santa Claus don't like strangers. Jude plays a game of cards with these guys. He's picking a fight because the one guy he wants to get to is in jail. So he purposely picks a fight with these guys so he can also put himself in that cell. So things happen, right? And then he gets in there and talks with Dwayne Fink, and he says to him, "You know how this all started, don't you?" And Dwayne's answer is, "No one believes me when I tell them." But then we jump back in time, so I don't tell you what he knows.
Which brings us
to issue 3, where we start at the day that Death went missing. And Jude St. Clair is a young man. He is an EMT. And in page 1, we're in a car accident. There is a 16-wheeler that just mopped the road, smeared everybody. And Jude and his supervisor, Aaron, are trying to save a man who is basically unsavable. His guts are coming out. There's no way, right? This man dies in the back of the ambulance. Then you have that iconic moment where like they're upset, they lost the guy, they cover him with the white sheet with blood on it, and they're upset and looking different directions, and then it sits up.
dude sits up, "Yo, man."
Right, it's not attacking them in the back of the ambulance. He's like, "Hey guys, what do we do now?" You know what I mean? Like, still scares I hope they were wearing brown pants that day.
Right.
You needed their brown pants. So you get to see things fall apart very quickly from Jude St. Clair and his family's point of view.
Carrie, they are very similar.
Like a first responder, a paramedic, someone who shows up when there's a emergency, and they're trying to help with first aid. And one of the key members of Jude's family is his mom, who is deaf. So we learned in issue number 2 that Jude St. Clair, he insults a lot of people with sign language, ASL, but this is where he knows it from. So his mom is glued to the TV. There's curfews, there's food shortages, there's unrest on the streets. What's that?
Toilet paper shortages.
I mean, let me tell you, and I have to remind people when I wrote this script in 2018. In issue number 3 is like the one that gives us all PTSD because we did that in 2020.
Yeah, we did.
We're all at home. We were glued to the TV and we watched all like the government overstep, the riots, the food shortages, all of that. I wrote that in 2018 into the story, and then it happened in 2020. And at that point, my sister, who had read the script, told me to stop writing. She was like, "Put down stop, put away your computer, whatever you're doing, stop it." And I was like, "I didn't do it. It just, it is." But that issue 3 is really a flashback kind of for us, but it's pertinent. It's what would happen in that situation, but it's 2020 on crack, right?
Yeah.
Because with an undead population that's constantly growing and getting out of control and being dangerous, and what do you do with them? all the ethical questions that are now created because you have people that are around. Do they get to keep their rights? Can they own property? Can they own guns? Should they drive? Should they vote? Now we have dead people that vote in this world too, but that's different. But yeah, so what happens, and the government starts to overstep. So first it was like curfews for the undead. And then it became, okay, now everybody wear this device, which will show us if you have a heartbeat, and we'll activate it whenever we want to make sure you are who you say you are. Right. And then it became, you know what? Let's go a step further. It's no longer legal for undead to be in a living community, and we're just going to come take you out. Doesn't matter if you have kids. It doesn't matter if you are a kid. They will come get you, and no one sees them ever again. Now, they claim they're going to this undead retirement community, and there's several of them, but no one ever sees them again. So how do you know?
Right.
And that's where we leave. There's something major that happens at the end of issue 3 for Judah and his family. We pick up issue 4 where we left off, where they now have to deal with the consequences of what happened to them. Consequences. I know. I keep saying that because of what happened in the welcome video. It's a thing. Yes. So issue 4, we are okay. So Path of the Pale Rider, when I wrote it, was a full-length movie. Right. So I broke it up into issues, and it's 4, 4, and 4, like first act, second act, third act. So we are wrapping up the first act of the movie, if it was a movie. So there's major things that happen in this number 4, major things. And you will learn why Jude St. Clair is so determined to walk his path in the apocalypse.
You shouldn't say if, you should say when it becomes a movie.
Someday it would be great. It would be great if it got animated someday too. Like, I think that would probably be better because we are going so crazy. It would be like Game of Thrones level money to make this thing. It would be nuts. So, but I would, even like Castlevania treatment, the Castlevania animated series.
Yeah.
Netflix, I would love if that studio would do it. It's so good.
So Netflix, if you're watching.
Yeah.
No, not Netflix.
Talk to me.
No,
I'm telling you.
Madness, Roku
issue.
Network.
Yeah, that would be great. Play it there.
So Laurie, a couple of things real quick.
Yes.
As you pull up your campaign and share it with us.
Oh, you want me to share it? I apologize.
Yeah.
I got you. Yes, ask away. I'm listening.
John Dillard is commenting on why are you living in his living room?
We share. It's the same piano. We just take turns.
Yeah, exactly. Stephen B says, not Netflix. They'll F it up. Yes, they would.
Well, I mean, the animation studio would be the one responsible for doing it. Hopefully. I don't know.
Okay. Laurie, go ahead and play that.
All right.
Play that.
Enjoy the shenanigans.
We really have no idea.
Start with a bang.
Hi, everyone. I'm Laurie Calcaterra. I am the writer-creator of the all-new Western Apocalypse comic book series, Path of the Pale Rider. What's this? Really? Apparently, I'm going to be joined by recently deceased news reporter Ellie Brock from WDED Channel 13. Why are we? Hello, Ellie. How are you? I'm dead. How do you think I feel? But I'm sorry. Moving on. In Path of the Pale Rider, your body can die, but your soul or your energy doesn't leave your body upon death. Your brain rots in your skull, leaving you confused, forgetful, totally violent, not yet, or detached, whatever. People, animals, insects, we're all stuck here together. There is no death, only decay. Did you tell them about Big James? Yeah, I didn't get that far. Big James is a giant undead bear, people. Can I finish? I would like... Oh, he is terrifying. Leave your eye alone. So in issue 1, we follow Jude St. Clair 10 years into the apocalypse. He meets Big James. Consequences. Issue 2, Jude St. Clair goes to the town of Santa Claus looking for information, and he picks a fight and consequences. Please stop doing that. Issue 3, we jump all the way back in time to the beginning, the day that Death went missing. And consequences. Yeah. I mean, I guess you can say that. It's just that I can't really show you too much of issue number 4 without spoilers, because we're still dealing with what happened at the end of the last issue. What? You killed Jude? Ellie, I didn't say that. I can't believe you killed him off. That's your main character. This is how rumors get started. It's not. Who would do such a thing? What's wrong with you? My eye, it feels weird. Stop touching it. It's going to fall out. That would be funny. No, that would be disgusting. Our art team on issue number 4 is our very own Mark Lutafillo on pencils and inks, and of course Matt Chambers, who joined us on colors in the last issue. Ellie, do you want to tell people who the variant artists are? Lacey Kruger and William Russell, Lauren Gibson, and me. No, you didn't make a cover. No, the last cover is a sketch cover so that people can get their own original Big James from their favorite artist. I just wanted to feel. Oh dear God. The Pill Rider is a fan interactive experience where there's a riddle on the back of every cover, and there are short films that enrich the story where you can interact with the world. You can find us just about everywhere. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, and all of our videos, our short films are on YouTube. If you want to participate in the shenanigans. I'm just going to keep going here. New to the campaign are trucker hats. There's an updated surprise reward, and the new Funko Pop will be Callie St. Clair, which is, of course, Jude St. Clair's mom. Don't forget, we are building a poker deck in the stretch goals, so we're going to continue. We unlocked the King of Hearts last campaign, and I'm hoping that we could unlock like 2 or 3 cards this time. And if you're new to Path of the Pale Rider, don't worry. I always have a catch-up tier looking for the catch-up bottle. And that's where you can get caught up on everything that we've done so far. I think that's it. Thank you in advance for your support. Thank you for supporting Indie. And Ellie, any last words you want to say? Chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nugget.
I quit.
Look.
I have fun, you guys.
So much time and creativity that she puts into a campaign, you guys. The entertainment value is there. Just go get the book. Just go get it.
You won't regret it.
As it stands right now, Laurie, you are on Kickstarter and you are funded at this point.
Yes, we're at like 112%.
Right.
We've got about 19 days left to go.
We are looking for more than that. We need folks to just absolutely.
Just back it already.
Just like that.
Thanks, Crom.
Hey, yes, thanks, Crom.
Please don't crash the stream now.
Kicked us off the air yet.
All right, so I'm going to let
kicked us off the air yet. So.
Yeah, I was like, oh, fingers crossed.
I'm going to let Pops walk us through the campaign with you because he's better at that than I am.
Really?
Yeah. When we do CromCon, Pops does the campaigns and I do the creators. So we're going to treat this like a CromCon. So Pops, go ahead. And I'm going to refresh my coffee.
What's up? What's up, Anthony? I see you over there, man.
Hey, Anthony, how are you?
It is the publisher. It is the publisher of Doc's.
Oh, hey.
Damn Dirty Thing, and Pride, Blood, and Mud. What's up? Okay, Laurie, this would be the A cover for number 4, correct?
Yes, this is Marco DeFillo's A cover, and I want to point out some things on here that are really cool if you take a look. So where we are in the story, I kind of mentioned that Jude St. Clair's family, something has happened. If you look in the background, his house is basically dissolving into the air. His reality is changed. He's wearing something around his neck. It's his mother's locket, like has pictures in it. And these rioters are wearing these red armbands with patches on them, which resemble what my rioters wore in our very first short film. First, I can talk, I swear. So our first short film, my rioters wore these patches that say "Dead outside, still human inside," which is what they chant at these riots and rallies. Yeah. So I love how we were able to just tie it all together. The short films lead to the comic, which lead to the riddles, which lead back to the short films. And that's really why we're so cool, if I may say so. Because thank you. Because we're not just a comic book. You can do the riddles, you can participate in the short films, or just watch them, and you will get a greater experience, in this world. We got a lot of mileage for the same dollar amount that you would get with a regular comic book.
Absolutely.
We do a lot of stuff.
A straight immersive world for the price of a regular comic book. I mean, you can't beat it.
Well
and
said.
The longer we go, the more there is. So, like, if you're finding us on issue 4, 3 of the short films are done and 3 of the riddles are done. See what I'm saying? So that bottom section of my campaign, the big picture, is just going to grow as we continue to release issues. I have a really big riddle planned for this one. If you can figure it out, there's a giant reward for it. I don't mean monetarily, but it will blow your mind.
So, Laurie, I have a question about that.
Yeah.
The drunken gentleman,
Dwayne Fink,
in Santa Claus, that's dancing on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And he's spewing this nonsense. Is it nonsense or is it a riddle?
It's not nonsense. He knows something. He knows something. Does he know the whole picture? I don't know.
Is
I
there
know,
enough
but I'm not
there?
going to.
Is there enough there that an astute riddle solver could grab that and go, aha?
No, but she does pose the question to everybody on a poll she has where you can say what you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
You can add your opinion to what you think it is after you've read these. And there are very wide-ranging answers to it. It's like there's nothing you can really grab on that puts you in a
now. However, the further you get into the story, and especially once you find out what did this, I am leaving you breadcrumbs along the way. If you look at where Jude St. Clair is on the map, Santa Claus is a real place in Arizona. If you look at I-93, which is what's from issue number 1, you can figure out where he's going because I gave you context clues.
Right.
Ah, very nice.
So once you when you get further into the story, what I love about these is that every time I release a new issue, I recommend going back to the beginning and rereading as much as you can. Obviously when we get a lot further, it'll be more difficult, but like issue 4, when it comes out, go back and read from issue number 1. You're going to see things maybe you didn't realize were there. This issue that I am crafting right now, there is a main character that shows up that Jude is not aware of. They don't interact. Maybe they do a little bit, but this is a key person that will show up later in the story, and they're influential to what is happening. So what's going to happen is when you finally meet this person later and understand who they are, this whole scene is going to change because that person is there. It'll read different.
Very cool. So is this you're introducing this character as that first of the 3 arcs wraps up?
He is. You probably don't. No, you don't get to meet him until issue 13. That's where you get the big explanation of who he is. So he's in the background. You won't know who he is. But But Jude he is aware of him. They just don't have any interaction until later. But again, it's like it'll change everything once you read it. It's like someone compared it to watching The Sixth Sense. The first time you watch it, you
exactly
think
what I
he's
was
a
about to say.
psychiatrist.
God dang it.
Right. Until the end, when you figure out who he is and what's going on with him. And then when you rewatch the movie, it changes the entire context. That's this issue.
But what I really appreciate about your comic is the continuity of it and how in depth the continuity is. The more you explain it, the more excited I get about it. But you know, you said it was originally a movie script. Did you have planned to do like a series or a series of movies or stuff like that?
Let me phrase it this way, Laurie. What made you decide to try to bring your movie script into comic books?
Both of those. Okay, so first, I came from production. So before I was in comics, I was working with a production company in Detroit. I was choreographing fight scenes for music videos and short films. I was managing a fight team where I had lots of people that were available to. So like for a production company, they're like, hey, we got a short film. Let's say they're filming something like a domestic fight in the house. And we would come in and teach the talent how to fight, how to fall down, what would be appropriate. Or if like we had a music video, there was an artist who the name of the song was I Want to Be Bruce Lee. So we needed to teach him like wushu, right? And he knew some things, but we filled in the blanks and we filled in the stunt people. So we would fall down and we had complicated fights for him to participate in and made him look good, that kind of thing. They asked me to start writing.
I've got to introduce you to who does the same exact thing.
Yeah. I don't do it anymore. That's the thing.
Wow. When you
said it was a ton of fun. I wrote a short film that was 99% action and no plot, called Catfishing, where it's like a girl we've seen it a million times. A girl is bait. She looks like she's by herself in the middle of the night. She gets jumped and she ends up being the one that's hunting the bad guy, right? Right. And then the back up, like we ran somewhere with a car. I did a wall run in a stairwell. We did gun disarms, knives, blood, guts, all of that. Right.
Nice.
So then the production company asked me to start writing for them. Right. So my history is production. So that's why when I wrote it, I was writing a screenplay. I had this great idea of what would happen to a world where death was broken and nothing could die correctly. Your body would die and rot, but you were stuck in it. So that's where that idea came from. And I had, I don't know, those commercials for the master classes? I was watching one with David Finch, and he was saying, like, if you have an idea for a movie, get out 3x5 cards, write down scenes. And once you get to about 100 flashcards, you have about a full length movie. So that's what I was doing.
Excuse me.
So my original script is actually on 3x5 cards, which is funny. But I had this.
Are you going to make those available at any point?
I'm getting there. So when it was done and I had written it and people were reading it and they were like, this is really good. You got to pitch it to Netflix. You got to pitch it around. And you got to get movie rights and da-da-da. And I was like, I've never done that. And the more I researched it, the more difficult it sounded. And the more I was afraid that I was going to lose my creative rights. Hey kid, great script. You're a first time writer. Great. Here's $5,000. We're going to bring in like 3 ghost writers. They're going to rip it to shreds. They're going to change all your female characters for you. And you don't get credit because we had 3 other people involved. So be happy with your $5,000 and move on with your life. And then your story becomes something it was never intended to be. You lose your audience. You lose your creative rights. And I've heard that story again and again, or they just shelve it. This is great. They buy all the rights. They never do anything with it, but neither can you.
Right.
So again, I didn't want to go that route. My husband read the script. Finally, you know what it is with your spouse when you write something and it's kind of weird and you're like, do you want to read this? And they're like, no, I don't have time right now. It's kind of like, it's not a priority. But then when he finally read it, he was like, Laurie, this is a comic book. And we were reading Image at that point. You know what I mean? Like Walking Dead and Invincible and Saga and Black Science and East of West and Witches and all of these titles, right? So he saw the forest for the trees. I was stuck on this is a movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then it became like, all right, how do we do that? And then we started that journey in 2020, had a couple of false starts. I had artists attached and then fall out because the pandemic sucked. Took a break for a year because I wasn't sure I wanted to continue because I'd spent all this money and gone nowhere. Found Marco DeFillo on Facebook in a group called, I think it was introducing comic book writers and artists, something like that. Like,
okay,
there's a place for comic
I'm part of that group actually.
Yeah, probably. That's where I found Marco, and he was already working on a book called Mauka, which just published, and it was an apocalyptic story written about Hawaii, and that came true too. Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's where I met him. We met in January of 2022. I had put together a Kickstarter. We launched in March of 2022 and published issue number 1 in July. So that's kind of the long and short story of how we got where we were. So
it's interesting to me that you threw it as an aside, but it's there. You were already reading Image Comics.
Yes.
So you were aware of the storytelling process that goes on in comics and how well it can be done.
Yeah, and to kind of give me an idea of what to strive for, what was good, what was bad, what I liked, what I disliked, all of that, what I was consuming. You can see in Path of the Pale Rider, you can see Walking Dead, you can see spaghetti westerns, you can see East of West, Mad Max, Fallout. Cocaine Bear is just a thing because we already had Big James in 2018.
That's right. Right? Predates the Cocaine Bear, boys and girls.
It's just good timing. And we had a cover. Wait, where's cover for? Let me go down here. This campaign launched right around the same time as Cocaine Bear hit the theater, and Everett Watkins did that yellow, black, and red cover, and it just fit.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's good timing on our part.
Yeah, right. It's that weird circumstance thing that just happens. There's the 2 Robin Hood movies come out at the same time. This happens. That I was in a band and we were working on a song called September Rain, and then November Rain dropped, and I was like, well, just fuck it.
Yeah. Because that's the same thing that happens with me. People are like, did you copy Cocaine Bear? And I'm like, no. This was already a thing, right? And same thing, like, did you copy the pandemic? Or I've had people ask me, did you change your story because of the pandemic?
Right.
No. This story is the same story that was from 2018.
Right.
The only thing that might be different is that Marco DeFillo, when he was drawing the art, drew them with a box of toilet paper on their table.
And just on a side note, some of you listening right now were the toilet paper hoarders. We have not forgotten you. We have not forgotten.
Yep.
Want to say hi to Anthony also. What's going on?
Yeah, I said hi to him when he first popped in. He didn't acknowledge me.
Yeah, I was waiting for an opportunity to do so. So what's up, buddy? Good to see Billy Power Max hanging out, Stephen B hanging out with us, and of course the mighty Q.
Hello, Q.
Good to see you guys. It's not a stream till Q shows up.
Right.
It is pure coincidence.
Pure coincidence.
Consequences.
Consequences, bitches.
It's going to be a thing we all say now.
Consequences. Yeah. All right, so let's run through these tiers real quick for folks that are interested.
Yeah. So, Path of the Pale Rider, we always have digital available. So $5, you can download the PDF and get on the thank you page. Of course, we thank you for any kind of support, every level of support. $10 gets you the physical copy. There is no PDF, so we were able to drop the price a little bit. So $10 will get you physical copy. The digital catch-up tier, basically you get the first one free. So they're normally $5, but this one is $15, and you get 4 PDFs, and of course on the thank you page. And then starts our physical copies where it's which cover you want, and then all of them come with the PDF. So Marco DeFillo cover. We had an early bird special that just ended, so that's why you only see like 2 of these. A bunch of people were on the early bird special, would get you Marco's cover and a collectible sticker. We've been running a new sticker every campaign. They're kind of cool. They a sticker that kind of wraps up the feeling of the issue. So like issue number 1, there was a beautiful color picture of Jude St. Clair with Prince. They were having a moment. Of course, we know that doesn't last. Variant cover B is Lacey Kruger. Let me scroll down so you can see a close up of that. She's new to indie. She's up and coming. She's doing a lot of work, and she has this like peach Momoko watercolor style.
Nice.
It is so nice and haunting. She does
the eyeball.
The eyeball. I know it's Ellie's eyeball.
Consequences.
There it goes. But just like the death of what was normal, the death of society, and the birth of the new, what is coming. That's what this issue is. There's a distinct break from anything that we were holding on to that was normal is gone. So that's what this chock full of symbols. She has symbols split up on the skull. She has symbols behind the skull. This is a collector patch. There's just built all in here with the flowers, the dying flowers, the alive flowers, and then the eye that's just judging you. So
you got a lot of imagery going on there.
Yes.
The eye is judging you, boys and girls.
The eye is watching you and judging you silently about what decision you make. Variant cover C. Silently judging. This one always gets a reaction.
Laurie got such great variants. It's impossible to pick one.
It's hard.
Which one are you going to get? These covers are all badass. Which one are you going to choose?
I know.
Get them all.
I get them all just because I just got a stack of my own books because I have a problem. But look, I love it. It's like trying to live your best undead life is what this is, right? Their discs are red, so they're dead. This one has no jaw. This one has an apron that says, "Hi, hungry, I'm Dad." And then this van in the background is the collectors, the undead collection unit, which will show up and disappear you. So this has a bunch of different emotions that elicit. It's funny, it's horrifying, and it's also foreshadowing what is coming in this issue. Again, we have a distinct break about what's going to happen in the future. So,
hello, Caroline. Welcome. Good to see you.
Oh, hi. Hello.
And
last but not least, we have the William Russell cover, which is, of course, our very much Western roots. Looks like a wanted poster, kind of burnt at the edges.
Beautiful. Beautiful work.
Jude St. Clair in the rain and big old James in the back roaring his rattly roar, which I'm sure is the most terrifying thing I could imagine. I don't know. At some point, I want to try and put together what that roar would sound like, but his throat is exposed. So it'd have like a weird, wet rattle to it.
Oh, man. That would be cool.
And it would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Right? So those are the variants. I do have a sketch cover available. I had a few requests for them. Everybody wants to draw Big James. He does kind of look like Josh Brolin. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
There is a tier available that Marco DeFillo will draw an original sketch on here for you. So if you want some original Marco DeFillo art, it is available on this sketch cover. So you would get this with his art. You can get Big James,
beautiful,
Jude St. Clair, bunch of zombies, whatever you want. Right? Let's see. Sketch cover. We have the collector iron-on patches. Want to choose a side? Show off your living decision by adding an iron-on collector's patch to your favorite jacket, or just collect this as cool swag. Our first campaign, we ran iron-on patches that for the rioters that were the Dead Outside Still Human Inside patches. You might be seeing what I have left pop up as an add-on on this campaign. I think I got about 12 left. So if you want some of the original patches that we ran in the first campaign, They're probably going to show up about halfway through the campaign. But these are cool. I really like them. I'm going to stick them on just about. But if you look at the symbol, it's kind of like, speaking of Nazis, it's not a swastika, but it's reminiscent between that and Umbrella Academy, or not Academy, Umbrella Corporation. Too many umbrella. But that's what I wanted you to think of when you see this. It's a red disc with an X through it, but it's corruption, it's government overstep, it's bad news.
It's nothing good.
It's nothing good coming your way, right?
Tyranny, damn it, it's tyranny.
Tyranny. Trucker hat. This is what everybody voted for, and there's a couple backers here, so 2. So trucker hat. It's the same style as my own hat that I wear all the time. I'll be having those produced, and then of course you get comics with those. Thank you, Carrie. Ketchup. So I love this tier because you get everything in one box. You get a cover of 1 through 4, and you just get to start at the beginning and keep reading, which is amazing. It's like, I appreciate everybody who's been along for the ride and has been patient every 6 months when we release a book, but how jealous are we of these people who back this and just get to read all 4 at once? That's awesome. I've got a couple t-shirts. Again, this issue is very much about taking sides. So we have the No Pulse, No Rights t-shirt. Again, if you are a living exclusionist, no undead here, please. No Pulse, No Rights. Or the Dead Outside, Still Human Inside. People have feelings even when they're undead. So these are unisex. They have our logo on the back, Path of the Pale Rider. They're awesome. They're awesome shirts. My t-shirt lady is one of the best. So these are great. If for some reason you want one of our previous t-shirts, please reach out to me. She will make those for you as well.
Oh, very nice.
Very, very nice. I like that.
Metal covers. I started doing metal covers with issue number 2. Do you have any metal covers? I'm sure you do.
I do.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. I really don't.
I mean,
I have quite a few, actually. I got 2 of them from Lady Death. I have one that I got, I think, from Tom Rapka.
Yeah.
The Book of Sarah. He sent me one of those.
They're weighty. It's like when they print them, the black lines are raised so you can feel.
Wow.
There's a texture to them. They are amazing. If you don't have a metal cover of your own comics, Tanner, go get one.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to now.
You need to, trust me. Because I was like, metal cover, this is cool. So I ran it in the second campaign and then I got one and I was like, the pictures and videos don't do these justice. You have to hold one in your hands to see how cool they are. So,
Laurie, have you thought of doing a metal cover that, because you just got me thinking with since it's raised, you ever think about doing like Braille imagery for your riddles?
My God, Tanner. Well, I don't know. It's kind of weird to be putting Braille on a comic book.
Why not?
I wasn't going to point that out, but
Now, what I have used before is Morse code. You're going to see Morse code on things. That's a great idea. I wonder if I should take advantage of that somehow, some way.
You use sign language.
We do use.
It only makes sense that you would have something in Braille as well.
I mean, we'll think about it. I mean, every time we run a campaign, I craft a riddle. So we'll see. We'll see. Braille might be difficult for people to break, though, because the hard part about the riddles is I have to make them a challenge, but I can't make them too challenging because then people don't solve it.
I gotcha. See, I like this kind of stuff, so it's just
I do too. I'm right there with you. I was like, oh my God, Tanner, and then I was like, wait a minute, you blind people are not buying comics.
Well,
But
no, I
that's
mean
it.
just
That's
like
not-
some sort of braille incorporation with like the imagery or something like that, you know, because it
We
is
do a
raised.
bunch of different things, so hang tight. Hang tight. We'll talk about that. But the metal covers I dropped in price. They used to be $100. I dropped them $25 to 75. The
Nice.
reason why is because we also have an add-on where you can get metal cover of number 1. So if you've been
Oh, very
building
nice.
your metal cover collection, now's your chance to go print that additional cover for 1.
Very cool.
I am.
Very cool.
And then we're actually going to move on from metal covers next campaign. We're going to do wooden covers.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's wicked.
Well,
I didn't even
it's
know
like,
that was a thing.
yeah, it is now.
It is now.
But it's like we catch up in time in issue number 5, and it's like apocalypse western again, right? For the next 4 issues, and it just makes sense to have that gritty, wooden like wanted sign. You know what I mean? Look to the cover. So, super secret. I love these. These are things, they're not purchased, they are handcrafted by yours truly. The first one I did was a wooden box that I built from scratch, cut the wood myself, and stained it. I wrote a poem about how decay is now king and death is missing. And if you put a seashell to your ears, you can hear the ocean. But what if you put a bottle of bones to your ears? Would you hear the voice of the damned trapped inside? Oh, I didn't get there yet. So people got these bottles of ashes and bones. Some of them about this much warped. Last campaign, I only had one person brave enough to do it, but I built them a working disc. So my characters wear these, like on the King of Hearts here. They wear these contraptions that tell you if their heart is beating, right? And I built one. I 3D printed it. I made one for myself. Here they are. And I made another one. There's one person that got it. I only built one more. So someone else out there can sport a working disc besides myself.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So
Now-
super
now-
secret.
In canon, what are those called?
It's a disc.
Okay. So in their world, they call them just the disc.
They just call it a disc. Yeah. They're government, they're government forced. So it's like, but it's like a driver's license, right? We're so good at taking something that's government issued and hacking them.
Right. Right.
And it's technology.
Yep. That
You can
answered a
hack
question.
these.
That was
That's true.
You answered a question that brewed up in my little head. All right.
So the super secret for this one, I have one brave backer. These are super cool. You guys are gonna want these, trust me. I put a limit of 10 on these. I can make a few more than I usually do because I already worked out the how they go together. You know what I mean? So this also comes with a full set of books. So I always recommend the super secret because there's something different and it's something that you're not going to find anywhere else ever. I have a couple retail tiers. This is the $100 one. Again, I just put together some retail tiers. Whenever I don't have them, I get told I need them. And then when I have them, nobody gets them. It's funny.
I've experienced that.
Yeah, it happens.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So in this one, I put together a bunch of books. You get 1 through 4, 8 covers mostly, and I'll throw in some variants if that's what you want. A T-shirt for you to keep, and I have pitch postcards, which are, it's a 4x6 postcard with a picture of Path of the Pale Rider 1 cover, and on the back it has my elevator pitch and a QR code to take them to a sample. So you as a LCS owner, you don't have to memorize my pitch. My pitch is there. I will sell to your people without even being there. Hopefully get some more books out your door. So
Nice.
All the covers, 125, is including that metal cover and one of each of the variants, including the sketch.
That's a deal.
And then we get into the Funko Pops. This is Dwayne Fink. He was the new release from last campaign. And in biggin. Make me big.
Doing it right now.
Por favor.
Push the button. So I have, this is number 3. So there's 5 of these available. And then after that, we won't be making any more.
Hold that up to the camera, Laurie.
This is the only place it's hard because it's like my background's on. If I put him up here, oh, I guess not.
There we go.
There you go.
I'm trying to get it where there's no glare.
There you
go. It looks good.
Yeah. Dwayne Fink, the lovable drunk. He knows something. But I love these. The studio that makes these really put a lot of work into these. The boxes are fabulous. And they change this image on the back every time we release a new campaign. It's the cover of the issue that we're on.
Nice.
So like here's Jude St. Clair from issue number 1. Let me see if I can get it in that same spot.
Oh.
No. Yes. No.
There we go.
He disappears.
Forward just a little bit. There you go. And tilt to you. There you go. There it is.
Yep. So that's Jude St. Clair. He was our first one. Has the cover for 1 on the back. And then the giant ass box of Big James.
The giant ass box.
Look, it just disappears. Look how giant this thing is. Look, in comparison.
Nice. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah. This one was incredible.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I had fun shipping those out, let me tell you.
Yeah, I bet.
Those giant ass boxes.
So you had Big James and Little James.
Little James. Yeah, I do fun. I have fun with these. So every campaign I do an extra, like in the survey, there's an extra question that people don't know what they're answering. Like campaign number 2, it was Beats, Bears, or Battlestar Galactica, which is a quote from The Office. Completely unrelated to Path of the Pale Rider. But if people chose bears, they got an origami bear. If they chose beets, they got an origami beet. If they chose Battlestar Galactica, I made these really freaking complicated robots, origami robots.
Oh, man.
That were like 82 folds. It was insane.
Oh
Jeez, that's crazy.
But I had a
crazy cool.
Yeah, they were really cool, right? And then I send out thank you cards, usually with some kind of message. They either have blacklight messages, Morse code messages.
Morse code, yep.
Yeah. So it just depends on, what you get. Last campaign, everybody had to answer black, white, or red. And there's a bunch of symbols like on this t-shirt, right? Built into my world, and they have meaning. So people got one of the 3 symbols based on if they answered black, white, or red. And they're little vinyl stickers, so they can go on like your Yeti, your water bottle, that you could technically put them on your car. They're waterproof.
Window. Yeah.
Car window, right? Your cell phone case, wherever you put like a bunch of stickers, it can go because it's waterproof.
Heck
so everybody got one of those as a bonus too. So
good Lord, Laurie, you've got the merchandising.
I do a lot of stuff. I love it. So I'm having a blast. Here's the $200 level original sketch from Marco DeFillo. Goes right on your sketch cover. Proceeds from this go directly to Marco to pay for the art, just so you're aware. Here's a retail ad for $500 where you get all the books. You get the pitch postcards. I also send you an 11x17 poster of your choice to promote in your store. And you get a full page ad in the comic. I've sold one of these. I'm hoping to get another one because needs to be a front and back. So
very cool. Very cool.
Anybody's looking for ad. And again, if you're a retailer and you're interested in getting Path of the Pale Rider, just let me know what you want. I'll put together whatever kind of package you're looking for. You only want 3 of each? Great. You only want A covers? Great. Do you want pitch postcards but not a poster? Whatever you want, guys, I'll put it together for you. I'll slap your name on it, one of one, and you can grab it. It's just, it helps both of us, right?
That's how you do a retail tier. You talk to somebody about what they want and provide them what they want. You do it.
These are gone. Here's the early bird sticker. And then the Singularity, which is the new Funko Pop that we run every campaign. It also comes with every single thing I have in the campaign.
Nice.
Right. So it gets everything. All the covers, all the merch, the secret surprise, the stickers, all of it. That's why the graphic has a picture of a kitchen sink on it, because kitchen sink not included, but everything else is. Right? So that's gone. Yeah. The new one's going to be Callie St. Clair, which is Jude St. Clair's mom.
Okay.
So.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, we unlocked a couple of stretch goals already, so we're working on some more stuff. We're building.
I love the back of the poker deck.
Thank you.
So
That's
that is way
David
cool.
Rodriguez
Okay.
that did those. This is actually Pop's idea.
I mean, I love the front of it too, but
Oh yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I know, but look at it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
right?
that's
It's death.
intricate.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Um,
Now, Laurie, I wrote myself down a question.
Yes.
That I threw at you earlier, and you said you'd come back to it. At some point, are you going to make those original storyboard cards available?
Storyboard cards, the 3x5 cards.
Yeah, the ones you did when you were storyboarding your story.
Oh my gosh. Well, they're not pictures. They're just me scribbling ideas.
Oh, well, I mean,
we know
still.
what they are.
Still,
you never know. People collect all kinds of stuff.
I mean, I could. I don't know. It's kind of nostalgic. But that would be something interesting. It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't need them anymore because it's been scripted and it's in a program.
Or it would be cool to see those, photoed onto a cover on inside back cover. Maybe here's the original ideas.
I was thinking about putting
Goblin.
the pages of the actual script into the trade paperback, which is coming next.
Nice.
So people can read what I actually wrote, like see how I described Jude St. Clair as he, rides his horse into the scene, in some of the extra dialogue. Because again, when we're making comics from a screenplay, you can take as much time as you want to have them talk. There's stuff that got cut out so we can put it on the page. So
it would be your director's cut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tanner, you're so sharp. You're beating me to
You're
everything
gonna,
I want to say today.
I'm thinking about there are pages from Jude St. Clair's journal that are in the comics. So you're going to get those plus additional pages from his journal.
Oh, nice.
And you guys, we did issue number 1 in color because we had no money, right? We did issue 1 in black and white because we didn't have enough money. That one splash page I paid Marco to do extra just because it's such a great page. This one. I mean, we had to, right? But the rest of the issue is black and white. Or is it? Matt Chambers started coloring issue number 1. So when we do the trade paperback, it will be 100% color. It will not be black and white. Every single issue will be in color in the trade paperback.
Oh, that's awesome.
People that got number 1 black and white will have
Yes.
that print.
Actually, this is the last campaign we are printing that black and white book. So hang on to those. Everything
First
going
print.
forward will be in color.
First print black and white.
First print black and white will probably be it'll be a collector thing. Hopefully.
Wonderful. All right, we are rapidly approaching time to wrap up. So
All right.
I want to thank
I got to
Laurie
cover one more thing that she doesn't make available on this campaign.
Yes.
You can
It's on
be
the Roku.
brought into a future episode of this series, but you have to go over and back it on the Roku channel.
Yep.
It's only available on the Roku campaign. You have to back it over there. But if you want to be drawn in as a zombie or get killed or whatever, I don't know.
We're gonna squish you.
Yeah.
We squish everybody.
If you want to be drawn in, you can be drawn in to Path of the Pale Rider, a future episode. And
Here
you
it
can
is.
also get her to do a smash ad for you too.
Yeah. I'll see. And it's so hard to I've pushed the wrong ass button. I always push the wrong ass button.
Okay.
Please, push all the buttons.
That's okay. They're both, I think, at the $100 level, right?
They are.
If you go
Both the
down the
smash
tier-
ads. I was going to show you real quick this GIF. In our stretch goals, I smash things as part of our stretch goals.
Absolutely.
Right, Doc? Didn't we have some fun last time?
We
were smashing
did.
a watermelon.
We did.
Yes, you can. It's here. It has a pumpkin on it. Here it
There
is.
it is.
Smash ad. So smash ads on the Tuesday Morning Brew. These are great. I'll write the name of your show, your book, your LCS, whatever you want. I'll write it on a pumpkin or a watermelon and we'll smash it to smithereens. I'll dress up as Pikachu or something funny. And then after we're done, not only will it play on my show repeatedly, I'll send you a copy of the video. So
Heck
then you
yeah.
could also use it for advertising as well. So that's a good deal for a production. You know what I mean? That I'm going to edit
Yeah.
and send you myself. There's a lot of good stuff in here. So yeah, Drawn into Path of the Pale Rider is $100. There's 2 of those. You have to do it here. I didn't want to compete between the 2 campaigns, so it's only here on the Roku one.
Nice. Welcome to the panel, Anthony Romano, my publisher, Dark Myth Comics.
What's up, man? What's up? How you guys doing?
All right, man.
We're good.
So I figured, I know you said to send it to you, but I don't have it. Like he verbally spoke it to me, and I just typed it right into the print file, so I can screen share it, or I can, screen grab it. Hold on a sec.
Whatever you choose to do, sir.
All right.
Laurie Calcaterra, Path of the Pale Rider, just an amazing series, and this woman is the most. I don't know, between her and Carissa, I don't know who's more driven.
Seriously, no, we're the same. We're the same.
Both of them, however, are seriously disturbed creators. I'm just saying.
But we wouldn't like it any other way.
We own it. Right. We don't deny it. We own it. We're warped. We have fun with this stuff. Like, I get to read Carissa's comic as her artist is finishing pages, and I just chuckle at all the nasty, gory things and all her zombies and salamanders and man-eating plants and exploding mermen, and I just have a blast. So hopefully people have a blast when I'm like killing off characters and lighting them on fire and smashing them with semi trucks because they sang an Elvis song.
There you go. Laurie and Carissa both are just some of the most bananas, serious, hardcore creators out there. But Carissa's not here, so we're going to talk about Laurie. This woman is absolutely, hey, Chris. Is absolutely killing it with Path of the Pale Rider. This is something you want to get on now because it's going to be going for many more issues to come. All right, Anthony, what are we sharing here, buddy?
Oh, it looks like Dillard pops in right at the right moment. I get like, what is he like? Is his nose itching or something?
He was here. He was here earlier.
Dillard, I was about to reveal your blurb for the back cover of the book to Doc.
Oh, Pariah, Blood and Mud. Yeah, let's take a look here.
So we got Max's over here.
Yeah.
And then we got Dillard. He said, a surprising and refreshing take on revenge noir. The constantly evolving story and twists keep the pages turning. Blalock does a good job keeping a brisk pace while letting the correct things linger. A great first outing.
Nice.
Thank you so much, John. I appreciate it.
You guys need to talk to Max. I mean, on Facebook, he's Max Devill without an E.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's correct or not. You might want to talk to him. And
that was the spelling Doc gave me, so yeah, you'll have to tell me.
Yeah, I'm just saying, on Facebook, he's Max Devill without an E, just Max Devill.
Well, spell it for me.
Controversy already.
Take the E off the end, bro. Take the E off the end. But
I will get with him and ask him.
He said he told me he DM'd it to me, but he basically spoke it to me.
And there's only one T in
and I typed
press. And there's only one T in Atrocity Press.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Well, this is the spelling Doc gave me.
I did not spell Atrocity Press for you.
He's like, I didn't do it, Doc.
Copy and pasted it out of your Facebook Messenger.
Oh,
remember, Anthony, as editors and the showrunners, it's on us to do our due diligence and make sure that stuff is correct.
That's right.
Well, where were you, Tanner? Where were you?
I'm going to absolutely
call me.
I'm absolutely going to throw Anthony under the bus.
Oh, there he is. He's like, you spelled my name wrong and Atrocity Press.
Okay, hold on.
All right. We'll get you taken care of, Max.
DEV.
What's that like? A Jeopardy sound?
Listen. Let me say this in defense of myself. Never take what I type in a conversation as correct spelling because I type like I got rickets. Okay, I'm just saying.
To be fair, you made it sound like that you were copy and pasting into Messenger, so I just copy and pasted out of Messenger.
I don't know what you're talking about,
Billy.
Romano.
Thank you, Billy.
All right, Max Devill. It's Devill, capital V, capital
There
D.
should be an E there, though, Max.
It should be. Atrocity Press has one T, so I just okay. That's an easy fix. I'll do that.
All right.
Look, guys, I'm not trying to be funny when I point this stuff out, Doc. You know that's what I do.
No, that's what you
Yes.
do.
Yeah, make sure it's right.
I am always grateful for appropriate correction. Always. Yeah. So.
No, if you were being funny, you would let it slide and make us all make fools of ourselves.
What are you doing?
No.
Did you have a stroke? Are you okay, sir?
He's making fun of my typing, but it's true. When I'm in Messenger
with your nose
and I'm writing to somebody, I'm just blindly pecking away. There's no correction.
Oh, Dillard.
All right, John, listen.
What did he say?
He spells as eloquently as Biden speaks.
Oh shit!
This is a pain I may never recover from. Jesus Christ, man! Where's the love, brother?
Here we go again. Great
All right.
show, Doc. Great show.
Yep. So we're gonna wrap this thing up. Laurie, the short and simple, where can people find you?
On all the social medias, you can find me with either Path of the Pale Rider. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, which is now X, Instagram, all of the things.
Anybody else feel dirty when you have X open as a tab?
It feels weird. And
It's just
we also have a
wrong.
website, www.pathofthepalerider.com. I'm on Charter Comics. I'm on ASAP Imagination. I'm in a bunch of stores. Come along. You belong. Feel the fizz. Join the group. We're kind of like a cult, but not really. You don't have to pay me any money to be part of the cult. I just do shenanigans for fun.
But where can we get that Kool-Aid?
What's that?
But where can we get that Kool-Aid?
Oh, the Kool-Aid comes with the comic. So that one, unfortunately, you got to back. But no, help us get to some more stretch goals so we can unlock the smash, the slice and dice, the bookmarks, the koozies, the poker cards. There's still so many more things that we can do on this campaign, and you get to have fun while you do it. Stay tuned for the short film number 4, which is coming. It's called A Day in the Life.
Nice.
We're going to have fun with that.
Nice. All right. And then I want to, of course, thank my co-host as always. Tanner Hurley, where can people find you and what is it you're up to?
Oh, I've got Electric over at on my comment. Which one? We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming over at apothicpress.com. You can find me on social media, at Apothic Press.
All right, fantastic. And yes, very true, Q. Thank you for pointing out. Laurie is also the host every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time of The Morning Brew. You're on The Madness. Speaking of The Madness, AU.
Yeah, I was going to kind of say that. I did want to say one of the best decisions that I've made since I started doing this was giving that show to Laurie. Hands down, one of the smartest things I've done since I started doing this network, since I grew this out of my own thing and into a network, was to give that show to Laurie. That show's awesome. If you ain't watching, you should be. You can catch me in the madness, in the comic related madness on Facebook, the Madness Comic Network on YouTube, and as Q would say, soon to be on Roku.
Outstanding. Anthony Romano, where can people find you and why should they care?
Well, because I'm awesome. That's why they should care. And they can find me at Dark Give Comics pretty much everywhere and anywhere on the internet, especially darkgivecomics.com.
Yep. And at darkgivecomics.com, you can also find me. Currently, the sign up for A Damn Dirty Thing is available over there. Dawn's got the link. If she'll drop it, I'd love her for it. I'm also the writer and artist on Pariah Blood and Mud, which is about to head to the printers. All that clicking you hear is Anthony Romano getting the print files ready to go.
Very nice.
That screw up on Max's name is fixed. And the new file is uploading to the printer. I'm just waiting to hear back about the shipping costs because I feel like they're trying to scam me out of an extra $15. So
Yep, we talked about that. Don't take no shit off them people, Anthony. That's our money. So anyway, yeah, consider that an update on Pariah Blood and Mud, headed to the print like now, as we speak.
Exciting.
Yeah.
And do head over and sign up for A Damn Dirty Thing. This is a traditional noir book with a twist. Let me roll that bean footage one more time here for you. I have my friend from Hot Rod Walt and the Psycho Devilles working on an original song for
very nice.
For A Damn Dirty Thing. So may include that download on the campaign. We'll wait and see.
That's cool.
Heck yeah.
I just want to say one thing. When I was talking with Doc and we were talking about me coming on the show today, he asked me if I was also going to wax my back on this show. And I had to remind him there is nothing to wax on my back.
I did not say that.
He said, "Are you waxing your back on my show?" And I was like, excuse me.
I have no knowledge of what this crazy woman is talking of right now.
If you want me to wax my legs on your show, that won't be as cool.
No.
I'm a lot tougher than Rich over there too.
All right.
Now, if when we get funded on the Roku campaign, Rich is going to wax his chest.
Yes.
That man
on that note, this madness has gone on long enough. Pops, play us out of here.
Okay.
I've got to bounce. One of our product producers is calling me, so I've got to bounce. Peace, everybody.
Later.
I told that moron not to take out my Tchaikovsky tape. No matter, let's get started. Here we are, Nancy Moon. The last time we left our heroine, she had just joined my esteemed colleagues at level M. And the soldier who cannot stop talking, a magician with a money issues, and a vampire with a checkered past. With their other teammates she's yet to meet. One in particular might be a little bit shocking for her. I do hope she's not allergic. Back it today, won't you? Like right now.
Bringing you sex, sass, and style. Buckle up and unlock your imagination for a fun adventure with these death-dealing dames. They sail the galaxy in search of spoils. The most dangerous acquisition, and the most fruitful, are the legendary Splinters of Yggdrasil. The Splinters are magical artifacts forged from the Tree of Life that wreak havoc on the universe. The missions are perilous, but the bounty is glorious. Enjoy our hyper-fictional wonderland. How is a pirate ship sailing through space? 'Cause magic. How do they heal so quickly after battle? 'Cause magic. How are they able to communicate through jewelry? 'Cause magic. It's all about the characters. Abo, rough, robotic, ready. Mo, carefree, callous, courageous. Mistress Graven, daring, diplomatic, dominating. Betsy, academic, accountable, aristocratic. Nefara, ancient, assured, adrenaline junkie. Bruto, proud, prominent, protective. Fisty, independent, incendiary, invigorating. Roxy, superficial, scarred, secretive. Once you get to know this diverse crew of mythical miscreants, You'll be anxious to find out what trouble they'll get into on the next episode. Go to abogrizzly.com and order both halves of the first episode today.
What is Path of the Pale Rider anyway? Is it a comic book? No, that's not it. Is it this? What the heck is Path of the Pale Rider, man? There's no way this is right. How about this?
I have no idea.
We can rob a bank.
Oh, it's this.
The Civil War was America's bloodiest conflict. Over 500,000 died to preserve national unity. When the war ended, Confederates like Harley Brogdon headed west, shooting game for the Army and gambling. When a card game turns deadly, Harley shoots in self-defense, killing the card sharp who threw down first. Wilfred Knorr, the card sharp's wealthy father, will stop at nothing to see Harley hang. Harley flees to Cobb's Gap, an old silver mining town at the foot of the Rockies. A remarkably peaceful town, especially after dark. But the sheriff harbors a dark secret, and no one dares go into the mines anymore. Cobb's Gap is full of secrets. People speak in hushed tones of something in the mines. Something worse than their cursed sheriff. Something even the Indians fear from the deepest pits of hell. Every secret will be exposed. Bronze Star. Order your copy at bronzestarcomic.com.
Entertainment Group presents the Madness Comic Network with original programming and additional comic-related content.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.